Hello once again, my friends, my fellow historians, my fellow ship lovers, and my fellow lovers of everything interesting. I'd like to welcome you to another video, and this video is going to be, well, special. This is going to be a history of video. I'm going to introduce you guys to the Royal Yacht BRITANNIA. And I love learning about new ships. Those of you that know my channel, I just love learning about new ships and sharing them with you. Well, this one was introduced to me through my really good dear friend, Ian. He lives in Scotland. He lives in Edinburgh. You guys may know him by the Scottish Trekkie. And I'll put the link to his channel in the description if you want to check it out. But he actually went to see the Britannia, sent me a ton of pictures, and said that I could use them. So this video is going to be dedicated to him, and all the pictures you see were taken from Ian. So thanks again, buddy, and enjoy the video. Britannia was launched from the John Brown and Company shipyard in Clydebank, Scotland on April 16th of 1953. For over 44 years, the Royal Yacht served the royal family, traveling more than 1 million nautical miles to become one of the most famous ships in the world. To Queen Elizabeth II, Britannia provided a perfect royal residence for glittering state visits, official receptions, royal honeymoons, and relaxing family holidays. For Great Britain, she was a majestic symbol of the Commonwealth and a proud ambassador, generating billions of pounds in trade deals. For the royal family and 220 dedicated crew of the Royal Yachtsmen, she was home. Today, Britannia is a 5-star visitor attraction, an exclusive evening events venue in Edinburgh, Scotland. Britannia was the first royal yacht to be built with complete ocean-going capability and designed as a royal residence to entertain guests around the world. When she was decommissioned in 1997, it marked the end of a long tradition of British royal yachts, dating back to 1660 and the reign of Charles II. John Brown and Company was one of the most famous shipyards in the world, having built the famous liners Queen Elizabeth and Queen Mary. The keel of the new and yet unnamed Royal Yacht was laid down in June of 1952, one of the last fully riveted ships to be built with a remarkably smooth painted hull. She was finally ready to be launched on April 16th of 1953. The ship's name was a closely guarded secret, only being revealed when Queen Elizabeth II smashed a bottle of Empire wine. Champagne was considered too extravagant in post-war Britain. And announced to the expectant crowd, "I name this ship Britannia. I wish success to her and all who sail in her." John Brown and Company continued as a shipyard until they sadly closed in 2001. After her launch, Britannia's building work continued as her funnel and masts were installed, before beginning sea trials on November 3rd of 1953 off the west coast of Scotland. On successful completion, she was commissioned into the Royal Navy on January 11th of 1954. On April 22nd, Britannia sailed into her first overseas port as she entered the Grand Harbor, Malta. Her overall length is 412 feet 3 inches. Her length at the waterline is 380 feet. Her load displacement is 4,715 tons. Her mean draft at a low displacement is 15 feet, 7.5 inches. The gross tonnage is 5,769 tons. She has 12,000 horsepower. Speed on trials at 12,000 standard horsepower was 22.75 knots. A corresponding RPM would be 286, with a continuous seagoing maximum speed at 21 knots. In the load condition, the ship carries 330 tons of oil fuel, which is more than sufficient to obtain the diesel endurance of 2,000 miles at 20 knots and 120 tons of fresh water, which is considered sufficient for 2-day supply without evaporators working. Extra tank capacity is available for use on long ocean passages, and by its use, the oil fuel capacity can be increased by 490 tons and the fresh water up to 195 tons. These additional tanks will normally remain empty. During 44 years in royal service, Britannia sailed the equivalent of once around the world for each year, calling at over 600 ports in 135 countries, including the United States of America, Australia, Canada, and New Zealand. As well as hosting state functions, Britannia was an ambassador for British businesses, promoting trade and industry around the globe. These British overseas trade missions were known as Sea Days, and the invitation to come aboard proved irresistible to the world's leading business and political figures. The Overseas Trade Board estimated that £3 billion were made for exchequer as a result of commercial days on Britannia between 1991 and 1995 alone. Looking back over her 40 years, all we can do is reflect with pride and gratitude upon the great ship which had served the country, the Royal Navy, and the family of which such distinction of Queen Elizabeth II. In 1998, after arriving in Lee, Edinburgh, on May 5th, the Royal Yacht BRITANNIA opened as a visitor attraction on the 19th of October of 1998. As of 2016, Britannia welcomed 5 million visitors. The Royal Yacht BRITANNIA, now a 5-star visitor attraction and exclusive evening events venue, celebrated welcoming 5 million visitors since opening in 1998. Our luxury floating hotel, Fingal, opened. In January of 2019, our luxury floating hotel, Fingal, opened to the public. Fingal, a former Northern and Lighthouse board tender, had undergone a £5 million development to become a 22-cabin 5-star floating hotel. Birthed moments away from Britannia, in September of 2023, Fingal was awarded AA Hotel of the Year in Scotland. In 2023, the Royal Yacht Britannia was voted TripAdvisor's #1 UK attraction. What a wonderful accolade of our team who passionately provide a 5-star customer experience to ensure each and every visitor has a memorable time on board. Britannia has previously been awarded this prestigious accolade in 2014 as well. October 19th of 2023 marked 25 wonderful years since Britannia opened to the public as a visitor attraction. During this time, we have welcomed over 7 million visitors, a brilliant milestone to mark the occasion. We thank each and every visitor who has stepped aboard and look forward to welcoming many more to share our history. As of now, 2026, we are on top of the world. The Royal Yacht Britannia has been named TripAdvisor's #1 top attraction in the world. Europe and the UK, a remarkable UK first, and a significant honor with TripAdvisor's Traveler's Choice Awards, the best being things to do. The recognition belongs just as much to our visitors, partners, suppliers, and guests as it does to us. Every recommendation and shared experience has helped make this achievement possible, and we are sincerely grateful for your continued support.